Hello, welcome to Infinite Sky. So today's pick a card reading is messages from your soulmate, the person who you have a relationship or you're currently in separation, it doesn't matter. So I'm currently offering my personal readings. You can book those readings in my website, which is infinitesky.eu. So we have three piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So for pile number 1 we have, I believe it is agate geode. For pile number 2 we have lapis lazuli. For pile number 3 we have clear quartz. So choose one deck or one crystal that you feel the most drawn to, and then go to the description box or the comment section where you can find a timestamp for your specific reading. I will leave you with the 30 seconds of meditation so you can focus on your pile. Hello, pile number 1. So if you chose this crystal, this is your reading. Messages from your person. So Divine Masculine is on the left side and Divine Feminine is on the right side. And this is energy between them. So, starting with the Divine Masculine. How does he feel? So he feels that he is unable to move forward in life. He is unable to let go of the past, and he's very much stuck in himself and in his emotions. He has a lot of negative emotions, like anger, frustration, anxiety. But the main emotion I'm picking up is the anger. And anger is like intense anger. And he most likely angry on himself. Not to other people, not on the Divine Feminine, but on himself. This is a huge, huge anger. And this anger is stopping him. He feels like he's unable to manifest what he wants in his career, or his career doesn't make him happy, doesn't make him satisfied. It doesn't fulfill him. He's very discontent right now, and with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, he's juggling a lot, but I think he is just taking that responsibility, taking too much responsibility in order to distract him from this connection and from the intense feelings that he has. Nobody put this responsibility on him. He put it on himself because he has a tendency to distract him by work or by many activities, but that is no longer working for him. It's like it's causing him a lot of anxiety, and because of this anxiety, he's slowly understanding that he has to put attention on his heart, on his feelings. But like divine masculine right now is in caterpillar state. He is just very overwhelmed by his emotions, and he is just processing all the emotions, but he's also trying to run away from those emotions. So, but I think that will quickly change because there's too intense. You cannot run away from those intense emotions. Um, he's trying to organize his environment. I'm getting like almost OCD vibe. Is like cleaning the house, like shaving his face, or just making like too hygienic, uh, too much attention putting on his appearance, on his environment, maybe his home, and like to distract him, to always like busy, 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 overthinking a lot, and like he's trying to organize the things, objects around him, but he's also trying to organize the ideas in his head, in his mind, by just constantly cleaning something or just moving around. Um, he understands that he cannot avoid those emotions, and he has been trying to avoid those emotions for a long time right now. But and right now he's like in total stress. Like this is so stressful. For him it's like total stress. And he understands that nobody could help him, nobody could give him support or advice, because those advices that people give him is like it's not beneficial, it's not helping him. He understands that he has to figure it out by himself. This situation is like post-crisis feelings, um, like very intense. Okay, divine feminine on the other side, uh, like when the divine masculine is like in caterpillar state, like he's experiencing this the beginning stage of spiritual awakening, or just basically awakening to this connection, to the depth of this connection. Like, and divine feminine, on the other hand, is like already becoming a butterfly. Like she is in um, the beginning stage of blossoming in her heart, in her joy. But she's still dealing with some emotions. I'm getting the frustration. It's like not a big anger, but it's like frustration, moodiness, changing moods, little bit emotional instability, but not a lot. Basically, she feels quite stable in herself, and she feels quite positive, but there's a little bit contradictory emotions going on. She is manifesting successful career or successful financial situation. She feels stable in her environment, in what she does. But on the other hand, when she thinks about divine masculine, she feels almost like desperate. I'm hearing the word desperate. Like there's nothing she can do about it. There's nothing she can do, and whatever she planned before, it's not working. Her plans is like not working anymore. And like, yeah, there's a success, there's a joy, and also there's a little joy coming from her transformation. Like when she already transformed herself, she already had a spiritual awakening, and she released a lot of stuff, but and that also transferred into the joy and happiness, but it's slowly coming. It's not yet full manifestation of happiness, but it's slowly coming. But on the other hand, is like this is impatient, frustration, and not pleasant emotion. It's like, yeah, it's like anxiety, a little bit anxiety, and not like she cannot find her satisfaction or her contentment in life. She feels kind of empty and missing this person. On the deeper level, she misses this person. Even though right now she's focused on the material world, on 3D aspects, on her career, on her environment. She's not too much focused on this connection. And that gives her some kind of relief because she doesn't overthink this situation as much as divine masculine. Sometimes she thinks about it, but it's like, again, it's not too much. So the contradictory emotion is like, on the one side there's a joy and there's a like higher sense of happiness, and on the other hand is like frustrations, little bit anxiety, little bit like anger. So it's like her mood is changing between these two states of this quite like different, quite contrasting states of being, like happiness and frustration. This is like, yeah, that's how I feel about this divine feminine. So okay, like energy between you two, you are quite detached from this connection. Divine masculine is like, he is not expressing his feelings, doesn't talk about his feelings in this connection. He is cold. Or could be not like cold, but more like cool, I would say. Like, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. But actually, he feels very, very sad. There's a deep sadness about this connection and about what he did and about how everything turned out. On the other hand, divine feminine feels quite confident, and she knows that she has the upper hand in this connection. She knows that she's in control of this connection. Why she knows? Because she intuitively feels that she has more spiritual power, because she already transformed, she already on the next stage of her spiritual evolution. So she is in control of this connection. So she feels quite confident in herself, and intuitively, I think deep inside she feels confident about this connection. Maybe she doesn't know how and why she feels confident. Maybe she doesn't know how everything will turn out and everything will manifest, but somehow she feels like, okay, whatever is coming for me, whatever is destined for me will come, and I will try to be happy in myself. So it's quite very nice feeling. And divine masculine picks up this emotion. He is feeling this emotion, not emotion, but more like state of mind. He feels like divine feminine is getting more confident. She's getting more happier in her life, and he like notices that from afar, and he feels sad that he cannot participate in her life as much as he want to. Romantic feelings. So divine masculine definitely has feelings for divine feminine, and he's aware of those feelings, but he doesn't talk about that openly. Divine feminine, like, we have engagement, and I don't feel like she looks for the engagement, or she expects some engagement from the divine masculine, or she just feels committed to her goals and to her dreams, and that is what is creating future for this connection. That is what is creating ascending to a higher level of commitment. So even though divine feminine doesn't see it coming, but maybe intuitively she feels, but there's a deepening of this connection already happening. And what I mean by deepening is like divine masculine will commit to this relationship more. You will know that you will be more invested in this connection emotionally, physically, and in all levels, because divine feminine did the spiritual work that was needed. So even though she doesn't see, but her work and her emotional work is speeding up this connection. Okay, let's see more cards. So on the divine masculine we have depression, angry, we have journal, sleep, and recovering. So yeah, he's like recovering from the crisis that happened between you two. So he is trying to sleep as much as he can. He needs sleep, and whenever he has a chance, he sleeps a lot. Like I said, he feels angry, he feels depressed. Also, he tries to distract himself, and he probably reads like magazines, or reads like he reads something maybe on the internet that is not relating to their relationship, but just news or something to distract himself, to always keep busy and not to think too much about this connection. For the divine feminine, we have January. I will explain what does it mean. Success. So she feels successful in her career. She recently had a promotion or some she got successful in her career and in her finances. Birthday. So this feels like rebirth. She's rebirthing. She is ascending from very negative emotions. She is ascending to a higher consciousness. With this fragrance, I feel like she is getting more and more attractive, more and more sexy. She is taking care of her looks, her physical appearance, and also within herself, she feels more and more confident. January. So I feel like for divine feminine, this moodiness and this transitioning through the very low, like frustrated mood and through the happiness state, like more joyful state, will happen before the January. So on the January, you will not feel this moodiness and this transitioning, swaying between those moods. You will feel much more peaceful, much more calm on the month of January. Like this will be completely gone, and I will feel like this is gradual process, gradual releasing of the pent-up emotions. So on January, it won't feel like that. Okay, let's see on the divine masculine. I am physically abusive. So with this statement, I feel like he was physically abusive in the past, but he is not right now. But he is healing the wounds right now, and that anger is coming up. It's no longer in his subconscious, but in conscious mind. And he won't be physically abusive in the future. I don't feel like that. I feel like a victim. He feels very much stuck. I will soon experience spiritual awakening. So it's like preparation to experience the spiritual awakening. He's still lingering in the state. He's still avoiding some parts of himself. I'm lacking passion towards you. So I feel like divine masculine doesn't feel passionate about anything in life. He feels lack of motivation towards his career, towards his work, and also towards other women or towards the divine feminine. He feels like lack of, almost like apathy, lethargic energy. There is a true love between us. He's recognizing that he has a loving feeling for divine feminine, and he needs to forgive himself. Okay, let's see on the divine feminine. I constantly feel fear. So this is, like I said, like anxious feeling, anxiety, and it's manifesting like, okay, I don't feel satisfied. I see that my life is going forward, something is changing, but I don't feel satisfied and something is wrong. But that won't last for a long time, I feel. I have found the self, so she already experienced her spiritual awakening. She has a fear that divine masculine could take her for granted. She's afraid that not only that this divine masculine, but like all men in general, will take her for granted and will underestimate her, because that already happened in this connection. That divine masculine didn't appreciate her feelings, her love, her care, and yeah, so she feels irrational fear about that. With this pregnancy, I feel like she's pregnant with herself. She's not pregnant, but like literally she's not pregnant, but I feel like she's pregnant with herself. She's like tired of her old self, and she's more and more leaning towards this joy and happiness. Also, she has subconscious fear that divine masculine will attract some other women in his life. Maybe he's talking to other women, or he is looking for another relationship. But I don't feel it's the case, because the divine masculine right now, he's totally doesn't feel passion towards anybody. So not even a single woman. He's not focused on relationship in general. He's not focused on his friendship. He is just trying to distract himself. Okay, so what else? So right now we will see what is changing in this connection. So for the divine masculine, we have the Chariot, Knight of Pentacles, and Page of Fire. So what is shifting? Very soon, like I feel in the month or not more than 2 months, he will try to flirt with the divine feminine. He will try to show some signs that he is interested in her. He will test the waters, test if she's interested in him. But it's like flirty situations, flirty comments, flirty actions, because he will feel some refreshment of the passion towards her. You will feel more attracted towards her. With the Knight of Pentacles, this time he is very serious about this connection. He doesn't want to lose her, so he's very committed to this relationship. He's getting more and more committed. Like in every day that goes, he feels more and more committed. So he will be loyal to the divine feminine. He feels like she's the one. He already feels that, but it's not totally manifesting. It's like coming in the conscious mind, but still a little bit hiding. This feelings and this commitment is still a little bit hiding from her and from him. So with the Chariot in reverse, I feel like there has to be more time, and it will take longer for the divine masculine to feel like his life is moving forward. He has very deep irrational fear of being stuck, and that's why he fears. In the past, he was afraid of commitment, but he's releasing that fear, and so it will take like maybe 6 months, or for some of them is like even 1 year to fully feel like they are moving forward in their life, like they're doing something which is meaningful. I'm not talking only about this connection, but about life in general. Maybe the career, maybe the financial state, maybe just general like satisfaction when you do something that you feel passionate about. So he has to face this fear of being stuck and being in one place, because like I already said, like he has a tendency to always do something. He cannot stay in one place. He has to move, always thinks about new plans. And when life gets serious or gets a little bit restricted, he feels immense fear. He feels like trapped inside. So he's forced to face this fear. For the divine feminine, we have the Magician in reverse, the Fool, and the Six of Pentacles. So what is shifting for her is like she will understand that her goals and her success doesn't mean anything if she doesn't feel peace inside. So she will shift her focus not on the material successes, not on the money, not on the popularity or recognition that is gained for her career, but on her peaceful state. And yeah, so she will detach from the material manifestations. In regards of this connection, she will trust the divine more. She will go with the flow, and she will accept the situation more. She will accept whatever is coming her way. Like she will accept anything with this connection, because she won't feel so much attached. Right now, I don't feel like she's attached right now, but it's like a little bit not accepting of what is happening. It's like frustration. So quickly she will feel more um, going with the flow and trusting this connection. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like she is becoming more receptive. She's healing her divine feminine, and when she finishes that healing, and that is already coming in the soon, like very soon, she will experience like she's more receptive, and she's able to receive more love from other people and from this connection and from this person. She will be more open. of receiving. Okay, so the guidance for you who is watching this video, the guidance for you. So trust your intuition. All answers are within yourself. Don't look for any confirmation, because if you have any questions, ask yourself and you will quickly find the answer. Just be silent, sit with your question, and you will know the answer. You don't even have to look a lot of tarot readings. You just have to trust your own intuition. Also, whenever you have a chance, sleep and rest. This is very important for you to take your time and to build up your confidence and to build up your energy, to have this energy for for new beginning. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, I feel like you have to completely release all burdens from this connection that is left. Don't be responsible for what other person does or is not doing. Don't focus on this connection, but more like releasing all responsibilities and releasing all worry about how things will work out. Also, we have a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So this person right now, even right now, when you're watching this video, he's thinking about you, and he always thinks about you. New beginnings. So yes, there is a new beginning around the corner is waiting for you. So that's why you have to take your time and take time to rest, because you will need energy for this new beginning. Also, with you have the song that I shuffled, which is called Halsey Ashley. You can find this song in the description box. So with this song, I feel like your person feels like the past experiences is haunting him. He cannot release the ghosts of the past. He's trying very hard, but he feels like he cannot run away, and he even judges himself for doing that. He is very judgmental on himself because he cannot let go. Okay, I will see if I didn't miss anything. Also, Divine Masculine right now, he is learning the lesson of humility, because I feel like in the past he was very selfish and he was not aware of his selfishness. So he is learning how to be humble. Also, he is learning patience and how to be more flexible, how to adapt to these changes in his life. So he's learning to be more flexible and to wait for the right timing. Also, I feel like Divine Masculine feels like very different from other people, and nobody can relate to his own emotions, his own feelings. He feels very different, and he's very jealous of other people who can easily go with the life, who are not challenged by any circumstances, and he feels very alone. He feels very left out. Also, I feel like for some of the Divine Masculines, they are has some quite strange feelings and concerns about their health, about their physical health. And this is becoming almost like hypochondria. Like when they think they have symptoms, when they think there's something is wrong, but actually nothing is wrong. And that is coming for not fully realizing and not being aware of their emotional states. And with the divine feminine, I feel like she feels like her environment or everything that she feels is like a little bit unreal. Like it's almost like a dream, but I don't feel like in a positive sense, more like a negative sense, like everything just happening and she is not participating in her life, and she doesn't care about what is happening. It's like apathy, like a little bit apathy, not deep apathy, but like something like that. And from this apathy and from this emotional state, there comes a little bit cynicism, like she feels cynical about life, and she feels not fully connected. She doesn't feel connected to people, to her friends, or to her family because of this cynicism. And this cynicism is coming from deep, painful, emotional pain that is still lingering, but it won't last again, like it won't last long, for a long time. And what divine feminine is learning self-discipline. Divine masculine is also learning self-discipline, but I feel like for the divine feminine is like the less lessons that needs to be learned, and the only lesson like she's learning right now is how to be disciplined about her self-care, about her routine, about her daily activities. She has to be very committed to her own goals. And for some of the divine feminines, that will not resonate with everyone. They are too much focused on the material level, and there could be a tendency to shop a lot and to waste money a little bit. So this is not like it's not very bad tendency. It's not something like you have to worry about, but it's like if you have this tendency, be aware that is coming from the empty feeling, because you're trying to fulfill the emptiness inside by material things, but by not just meditating or feeling the love inside of you, but just looking for the outside to fulfill you. So I believe that's it. If you would like to book a personal reading, all information is in the description box below. So thank you and bye. Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose this crystal, lapis lazuli, this is your reading. Messages from your person. So this is divine masculine, this is divine feminine, and this is the energy between you two. So I want to try to keep this reading as much short as it possible, because first pile is like a lot of messages. So I will start with the divine masculine. So he feels committed to this relationship. I don't know if he shows that, but he definitely feels committed to the divine feminine. He feels like she's the one. He wants to make an effort for her. He wants to be the best that he ever be, that he could possibly be for her. He wants to provide for her. He feels a lot of stress and tension. I think that he's trying too hard. He's trying too hard to impress her. And he's focused too much on the material aspects, like how to impress her not by feeling and being, expressing the emotions, but just showcasing how he is doing fine, how he's dressing up or just showing the material wealth that he has, and he's not focused on the right things, but he's learning that. With the Three of Wands, he definitely sees the future in this connection. He sees the like happy ever after. He wants to create family even, or just to commit to her all. You have the song, I linked the song in the description box so you can listen. So it's like a good representation of how divine masculine feels. Like he sees fake people and fake women around him, or just in general, he sees in the streets walking, and he feels very frustrated by those fake women. I don't know, this is strange, but he feels like there's the one person that he is in love and he has deep feelings, but and he doesn't need the fake glitter, the fake people around him. He doesn't like superficial things, and it's making him very angry when he sees those kind of couples around him. Also, he is quite focused on his material wealth and his job, his career, and how to make more money. With these areas, I feel like he has a lot of anger inside of him. He has like raw emotions, which is not processed. He's afraid of those emotions. If you get, like, if Divine Feminine will get really close to him, he will definitely mess this up, fuck this up, because he is not able to control every emotion. You could control like 80% of those emotions, but 20% will be like raw and unfiltered stuff and mean stuff. So he could say some things that he didn't mean. He's very focused on his appearance, physical appearance. I think like in general, he likes to dress up, he likes expensive clothes, or he likes making sure that his hair looks okay, and he's also changing his lifestyle, or is trying to change his car or something about his lifestyle, which is also like trying to change something, but not inside, but only on outside. Because there's deep unsatisfaction of how things are, so he's trying to change his outer environment to feel satisfied and to feel enough. Divine Feminine. So she recently gets out of the very negative feelings, or feeling that she is stuck in this connection. She's no longer feels stuck. She feels quite liberated. Also, she feels quite stable in herself. She feels grounded. She feels like quite satisfied. Also, I feel like she's not sharing her emotions. She's like looking what he's doing, or just um, watching around what is happening, but not fully investing in this connection. She also made a commitment on like mental level. On the mental level, I will explain more about this, that she will not invest in this relationship. She will invest in herself. So she made this commitment, but I said on the mental level because her emotions is still needs more attention. There's still some emotional pain that's left. So even though there's a decision to not put a lot of effort in this connection, there's still purification happens. So she cannot speed up this process. She cannot force this process. It has to happen. It is divine timing that is playing here. Has to come certain point in life where all the emotions will run out. With this Mars and Force, I feel like she's very committed and very focused on her dreams, on her manifestation, on her direction in life. She has very clear direction. If she's not, then the clear direction is like on the horizon, like in the near future, because like she has a purpose, and that purpose is calling her like a lot, and she's following that purpose. With the Grand Cross Provoker, I feel like she a little bit confused, or she's not seeing the things correctly. She's not fully understanding everything that happens. She feels quite hurt, and because of those painful feelings, she might underestimate the divine masculine in this connection. Like it almost feels like she thinks that he's a loser, or he thinks that he doesn't know what life is. He's not advanced, and he is like very immature or something. And that is coming from emotional hurt and pain. They both feel hurt. They both feel hurt. They both need healing, and to forgive one another. I feel like divine masculine has to forgive more himself, not the other person, or maybe even his parents or other people. But divine feminine has to forgive him. The moon, they both see like something is happening behind the scenes. They feel it. I feel like intuitively they feel that something is happening behind the scenes. They are very secretive. They're not sharing a lot of feelings. They're not communicating maybe a lot. But like, yes, this is, I didn't read this. Events behind the scenes. Like they feel something is happening, but they're not sure what is happening. There's a little bit of fear of unknown, especially from the divine masculine. From the divine feminine, I feel like she's quite grounded, even though she cannot see what is yet to come, what is coming, but she still feels quite connected and spiritually connected, intuitively connected with the divine. Okay. Also, I feel like divine masculine feels quite competitive with the divine feminine. It could be that she is good in her career and he wants to be the same. And I also feel like he is competitive in his nature. He likes to compete with other people. And like divine feminine, she is at the end of this identity crisis. She felt before, like in the past, in recent past, I mean, she felt like almost like identity crisis. She didn't know who she was, or how to move forward, or what exactly happened. And this happened because a lot of identity and ego was attached with this relationship. She felt a lot of her identity is in this relationship. Like, I mean, oh, I am this person who is in a relationship. It defines me as a person. I'm in relationship. I have to be certain way. I am wife, or I am a girlfriend of this person. Like I'm committed, like something around this. And I feel like for the divine feminine, a lot is changing, and she's switching energy a lot. She already feels like this switching of energy, like I mean positively shifting energy. And because of this shift, she's able to concentrate a lot, concentrate on her work, on her goals. She's able to manifest things in her reality. And she feels incredibly ambitious and she wants a lot. She's like ready to face a lot of obstacles in order to get her goals achieved. Okay, let's see more. So on the divine masculine, we have spiritual teacher. So he feels like divine feminine is his spiritual teacher. He has a lot to learn from her. He feels like he always learning something new about her when he is around her. He feels like she's very advanced soul. He's exercising and he's, like I said, he's focused a lot on his body and about his appearance. He is recognizing that he has a deep feelings for her. He watches her on the social media, maybe on Instagram. He wants to ask her on a date. I feel like he will ask her on a date soon. On the divine masculine, or I'm sorry, on the divine feminine, we have money. So she's quite focused on her money situation, how to make more money. She is experiencing some physical symptoms. It could be strong, it could be mild. It is because she's recovering from the crisis and from the emotional pain. It's not relating to something else. It's like purely emotional pain, which is manifesting as the physical pain or physical symptoms. She's also healing her sacral chakra. That means like her confidence was influenced in this relationship. She felt unworthy or her self-esteem issues was she had some self-esteem issues, and right now she is more and more independent and confident about herself. Also, she is overeating. Okay, let's see on the divine masculine what else we have. I am stubborn and afraid to change. So he's realizing that he has to change, but he doesn't know how. He's afraid of change. He likes a comfortable lifestyle. He likes when everything is predictable, when his environment is like predictable. So he's very afraid of changes. He misses conversations with her because he felt like divine feminine is the only one person who can fully understand him. And nobody could understand as deep as she does. He wants to take care of her, like I said, like he wants to provide for her, he wants to take care of her, he wants to make her happy and to take some responsibilities from her. He feels very lost without her. And he, in the past, he felt very satisfied in this union, and he's realizing how much he lost, how much, like here realizing that you didn't appreciate her before. He took things for granted, and he's realized how much happy he was when he was romantically involved with the divine feminine and when things were great between you two. Okay, for divine feminine we have grace is helping me. That means like divine feminine doesn't have to do any work. She just have to patiently wait, sit, be quiet. Like I mean like be quiet is like not to be involved in the overthinking. Just stay peaceful. No one loved me as deep as you did. So she's recognizing that he probably is and is the only love that she ever experienced as deep as she did. No one could ever compare to that level of love and level of connectedness, like bond, emotional bond, spiritual bond. Right now, she feels resistance to his love because she feels hurt and she doesn't want to be hurt anymore by him. She still needs forgiveness. She needs to forgive him, but she's also afraid of losing him. So she feels quite possessive towards him. She doesn't want any woman around him, anyone to interfere in this connection. But she's also feels like she cannot be fully connected with him, emotionally connected, and so it's like inner conflict happening between in her, within her. Okay. So what is shifting in this connection for the divine masculine? So for the divine masculine, what is shifting? Immediately, what is shifting? You won't be very too much pressuring himself because he is too much putting a lot of pressure how to be ideal partner for the divine feminine. He wants to be ideal. He wants to be the like best version of himself, but he's not doing that in the healthy way. He's just, I have to be only this way, and if I misbehave, then it's like tragic. It's tragedy. I have to be a certain way. So he's releasing that fear of being authentic. He's learning how to be more authentic and to make mistakes and to forgive himself for making those mistakes. Very huge and intense motivation, passion is coming. He will definitely feel much more passionate about life, about his career, about this connection. He will feel very ambitious. He will make a lot of plans about the future. Um, he will want to like almost like conquer the world. He will want to change the world. That is coming in the near future, like in 2 months, I feel. Balance. So he's learning right now, he's learning how to be more patient, how to balance his life, how to not approach the situations and conversations in an impulsive way, and do everything in moderation, not to um, accelerate things, not to force things, uh, just accept this situation. What is changing for the divine feminine? So we have Nine of Cups. She is balancing her emotional state. She already feels quite balanced. It's like a beginning of the balancing. And she will enjoy life more. Um, she's also, sometimes she's thinking about someone else stepping into her life. If you're divine feminine, don't focus on other people too much. If you're thinking that you need something or it could be best to find someone else, it's not your true voice speaking. It's a distraction. That person will only distract you from your goals. So, and that is also coming from this resistance. She feels she has to release the resistance towards this connection and towards the love. She has to become more receptive. So she's learning how to be more receptive. But right now she's not ready to receive love and to receive any offers from anybody else. But she might one day she wake up and she feels like, oh, I have to find someone else. But Don't follow this voice if it happens to you. Okay, and the last advice for you who is watching this video. Okay, so nurture yourself, be gentle with yourself, mother yourself. Like imagine that you're a mother to yourself and you're the child and mother at the same time. And how can you nurture yourself? How can you speak with yourself more gently? How can you encourage yourself? Um, with the Knight of Pentacles, take one step at a time. Don't rush things. Be slow and steady. Keep working on yourself. Keep working, keep doing your work. It will take some time, but it will be worth in the end. Don't allow and let in people that are untrustworthy, that could break your heart, that could potentially take advantage of you. Notice those people. You have a strong intuition, I feel. So when you feel anxious, when you feel some red flags about people around you, that means like they are not contributing to your happiness. So be aware of people who wants to take advantage of you. So and the same like with the looking for another relationship. If you will look for another relationship, there's a huge possibility that you will attract some karmic relationship. That means like people who will only want to take advantage or who cannot give you anything that you could not give yourself. I mean, like, they will not be beneficial to your well-being. Also focus on your health and well-being. Okay, we also have a message for you. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So as you're watching this video, your person is thinking about you right now. This is a confirmation. And they are also thinking about you all the time. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. So if you're finding yourself not fully trusting this connection, know that you have to accept things as they are. Don't force anything. Be slow and steady in your daily life. And don't try to control anything. Like, take things as they are. Release all fears that you have about control. People will not take advantage if you don't let them. And as you're becoming more wise, you will notice when people want to take advantage of you. So I will check if I didn't miss anything. Okay, so another message for the divine masculine. They have some fears in regards of their stability. They're healing their root chakra. And they feel like they are being tested. Like this is the time of tests and challenges. Also, they are learning to become more patient and to build their stamina. And they are trying to reinvent themselves. They are trying to change themselves. And like I already said, like this is happening because they want to change themselves inside, but they don't know how. So they're changing outside. And for the divine feminine, the last advice is like, don't be afraid of challenges. When the challenges comes in this connection, like if you are destined to reunite with this person, don't be afraid of the challenges, because challenges will only make you grow, and you will grow in this connection, and you're supposed to grow in this lifetime. If you're like, and like, I'm sorry if this is taking too long, but the main message for you, like divine feminine, is like, imagine if your life will be very comfortable and everything is fine, is okay, like you're, like, I don't know, you just feel boring, you feel bored, and you want this lifestyle, you want this comfortable lifestyle, but actually it doesn't make you happy. Challenges is what makes you grow, and eventually it what makes you happy, because you feel more and more self-love towards you. So don't be afraid of challenges and accept the challenges. So I will end this reading here. Thank you for watching. If you would like to book a personal reading, all information is in the description box below. So thank you and bye. Hello, pile number 3. So if you chose this clear quartz crystal, this is your reading. Messages from your person, from your soulmate. So I linked song for you, which is in the description box. Please listen to this song because it speaks for itself. It has very clear lyrics, and it's called Dean Lewis Falling Up. So I feel this song applies more to the divine masculines. So divine masculine feels like they're trapped, they are stuck. Without divine feminines, they are very lost. They feel quite stupid and foolish, because when they see how much sadness they caused for the divine feminine, they feel like stupid, they feel foolish, they feel not deserving, unworthy. That's what I get from the song. So this is divine masculine, this is divine feminine, and this is the energy between you two. So divine masculine is getting all his karma back. I'm sorry. So he's getting all his karma back. Whatever he puts out to the universe, he is getting all back. And I feel like it's quite negative. This is quite negative stuff. He's trying to balance this. His spirit guides are helping day by day to balance all that emotional stuff that is coming his way. And it's very, very difficult for him right now. He feels a lack of motivation, lack of energy. He feels apathy. He feels lethargic. He cannot make himself get up in the morning. Sometimes it's very difficult to focus. He feels like his energy is like scattered. He cannot focus on one thing. He feels physically also, he could feel weak, but it's more like emotional weakness. He feels very weak and he cannot control the circumstances. He is used to control everything that is happening around him, but right now he feels totally powerless, totally overwhelmed, weak. Like he's being tested. You both overthink this connection. You both think a lot about this connection on the mental level. You sometimes cannot even sleep, or the first thought when you wake up, you think about this person. Divine masculine also feels very emotional, sensitive. Maybe he's even crying. But the positive side of it is like his psychic abilities are getting better. His intuition are. He's feeling more his intuitive mind. He is following his intuition. He can predict what will happen almost. He could predict what will happen in the near future. I also feel like divine masculines could dream a lot of dreams about you. They have like a lot of spiritual downloads during those dreams, to keep him also alert and to keep him aware how much feelings there are still left for the divine feminine. Spirit guides are sending him and flooding him with information, flooding him with the spiritual information, that he will not go to sleep. I mean, like to Maya, to illusions again. He will not get sucked into this 3D reality, to remember that he has a strong feelings for the divine feminine. Like almost like poking him to wake up, to see this, how much deeply he wants divine feminine, how much deeply he cares still. He tries to keep an open mind, and he tries to be open to whatever happens between you two. He tries to not have any expectations towards divine feminine. He's almost like forcing himself to not to expect positive things, to not to expect too much, because when you expect too much, you get betrayed, you get like your expectations are not met. So they trying to be realistic, that's what I feel, but they are definitely quite pessimistic about the future of this connection. They feel like they might lose the divine feminine. Okay, so divine feminine is she's trying, or she wants to offer a helping hand for the divine masculine. Maybe she's noticing that he doesn't feel fine, and she's thinking of helping him, or giving him some emotional support, or just reaching out to him and asking how he feels. Also, she feels very successful right now, her time to shine. She feels, not she feels, but she has a success in her life. Maybe her career is going further, or her money situation is getting better. But I think she also dreams about the divine masculine, and she imagines this connection. She imagines the future with this person. She wants the future with this person. But she's very secretive right now, and she's not showing any signs that she's interested. She's very withdrawn. She's not invested in this connection. Also, she is transforming, and because this transformation is very difficult, she doesn't have a lot of sympathy towards divine masculine, even though she wants to help him, but she's not so much compassionate as she used to be. She's more like cynical. It's even like cynical towards him, because there's still some emotional pain left. She also sees quite clearly the situation. She can feel him. She can feel him on the psychic level. She can feel his emotions, his thoughts. She sees him. Whatever she sees is quite correct. Whatever her intuition is telling is correct. So, and I think it's good that she's not showing a lot in this connection, that she's not vulnerable, and she's not fully expressing herself, because right now she has to be guarded, and she has to heal her own wounds. It's the best time for her to be in her own feelings. She feels quite familiar with this person. She feels comfortable, safe around this person because there were quite a lot of lifetimes, even a few lifetimes that you were a couple and you like lived as a romantic couple together. And because of this past relationship, you developed a strong connection and strong astral connection between you two. So you feel when you are around this person, you feel very familiar, like you know this person from before. Um, so you both feel quite weak, but weak in the sense like you cannot control the things, you don't know how to control, there's nothing you can control, and you just have to go with the flow, even though it's quite uncomfortable right now. Okay, let's see more messages for the Divine Masculine. So he watches quite a lot of YouTube videos to distract himself or to, yeah, like to distract himself and to not overthink about this connection. He is relaxing, he's trying to relax at least. He has quite a lot of time to think about this connection. He has a lot of free time. When nobody sees, he is dancing alone. With the teaching, I feel like he knows that he learned a lot in this connection and he still has a lot to learn. And the Divine Feminine is like a spiritual teacher to him. And he feels like he is more mature because of the Divine Feminine and because of the things that they had to go through. Okay, more messages. I am running away from my problems. So yeah, he feels like he cannot no longer avoid those feelings and those problems. He has to face them, but he has intense, huge fear when it comes to facing his problems. He has a tendency to run away from everything and to run away when there's intense emotion in like messy situation that you have to solve. He runs away. He's a master of running away. I feel I'm on edge, so he feels like there's so overwhelming emotions that he feels like crying, and he, like, I don't know, he almost um, getting insane, or he's like getting crazy. Sometimes he feels like he's getting crazy. And I enjoy your support. So he needs the support from the Divine Feminine and from any other person, but he feels like the only person that could really understand is the Divine Feminine. He understands that he needs to change, but he doesn't know how. But actually, don't he doesn't have to know how to change. You just have to lose the control and to trust the situation. And the spirit guides like helping him to change. I have anxious attachment style, so whenever the Divine Feminine feels detached from him and is not communicating with him, he feels very anxious and a lot of anxiety. A lot of anxiety. For the Divine Feminine, we have money, so she focused on her material money situation, how to make more money. With the medication and mental illness, I feel like some of the Divine Feminine could struggle with their mental health. It's not necessarily that is relating with the serious mental condition, but it could be some mild symptoms, mild mental distress that needs their attention. They're not eating enough because there's still like pain, emotional pain, like there's still some energies playing around which is not helping to stay grounded. And if you're divine feminine, like make sure that you eat enough food and you're taking care of your health. And they recognize it that they still have feelings. They still have love for the divine masculine. Okay, so we have two cards which I feel is connected. So divine feminine has an addiction problem, but this addiction is like could be two ways. Like they need attention. First, like I feel they need or they think they need attention. They think they always need attention from other people. I mean, like there's some attention-seeking behavior. On the other hand, I feel like they are looking for other people to validate them. They are looking for other people to say that they are worth enough, that they are enough on themselves. They feel like they want to other people to validate them. And there could be even a tendency for some of the divine feminines to look for other connections, other like men in their life, to attach themselves, to feel like worthy enough, to validate. Like again, it could be even the divine masculine's close friends that they are looking and they want to connect in order to feel worthy, in order to feel satisfied. But it is actually quite I don't know how to say, like, not to judge the divine feminine, but this quite a negative aspect that they need to heal, not to seek anybody else, not to seek any approval from anybody else. Also, the divine feminine lacks patience sometimes. They feel impatient, they feel frustrated with the progress in this connection. They feel like they waited a long time and nothing is worth waiting anymore. They don't want to feel like divine masculine knows that they need help, and so they want to appear like they're okay, they're fine, nothing is bad going on, but inside they feel quite mentally unstable. I was verbally abused in the past, so divine feminine had a relationship, I think probably with this person, that divine masculine was verbally abusive towards her, and she still needs healing from those experiences. She needs to fully feel like they're enough. They're enough, they're complete, they don't need, like, they have to release the negative memories about this verbal abuse. Okay, so right now we will see what is shifting. For the divine masculine, we have Four of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse, and King of Swords in reverse. So, what is shifting? They have to realize that they are blocking themselves from the opportunities. They are blocking themselves from other opportunities to feel happy. Like, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances that they could make some progress in their life. I mean, probably career plans, probably like making a trip, planning a trip, planning a journey, planning like something that is satisfied, but they don't see it. They see their life as being boring, so they're releasing that, I don't know, boredom, I would say. With the Ten of Cups, I feel like they are realizing that the most important thing in the human connections, and especially in romantic connections, is like emotional bond, emotional connectedness, emotional bond. And if you have a lot of money, you could have like everything you want, but if you don't have emotional connection with your person, you don't feel there's a meaning in this connection. What is the meaning in this connection if you don't express how you feel and if you don't support each other? So he's learning how to be more emotionally expressive and how to develop this emotional bond between you two. With the King of Swords in reverse, I feel like he is too logical about life, and he's learning how to also take into consideration emotions, not only like focusing on the logical mind, but also on the emotional states. For the Divine Feminine, we have Four of Swords in reverse, the Fool, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So, with the Four of Swords in reverse, she's learning how to rest. She's learning how to take time to rest, how to be okay with slow approach, slow and steady wins the race. So she's learning how to not to rush things. She's also learning how to go with the flow and how to trust the situations. She already doing that. She already trusts whatever life brings to her. Whatever life brings to her, it's okay. It's okay, and she can deal with those, with whatever lives bring to her. And with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, she's learning how to not to take too much responsibility and to balance her work and her emotional care and self-care. Okay, so the last advice for you, pile number 3. Okay, we have 2 cards. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So yeah, you have to remember that you are always connected with this person and you're never apart. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So yeah, you're basically learning how to not feel lonely and feel that this connection has a future. And you have to trust. You have to trust that everything will turn out great. So I think that's it. If you would like to book a personal reading, all information is in the description box below. So thank you and bye.